welcome back to my channel. This video is called Why I Left My Husband. So we're gonna go ahead and get into that. Okay, so basically there's a couple of reasons why I came back. The first one is basically the least important one, which is that I guess I'm not supposed to be in Mexico for more than 6 months, and I was at 4 months. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to come back, because you know how Trump is being crazy, and I didn't want something bad happen. So what the fuck. Okay, and then second, I wanted to get a job because of a couple of reasons that I'm gonna get into. And then the third one is because basically I want to come back so that I can put the paperwork in so that he can come live with me over here instead of us living in Mexico, because I don't want to live in Mexico. It was okay and it was good because I was with him, but it's not where I want to live because of the financial things that I told you. I know that since I went to school over here, it's gonna be much better if we live over here than if we live in Mexico. So I had to talk to a lawyer and see how we're gonna do. So I needed to get a job so that I could pay a lawyer to see if we can arrange something for him to come over here and basically not bring him illegally, because you know that's really dangerous, and I didn't want that for him, or I didn't want that to happen, because I know a lot of people that came here illegally, and they always tell me stories about people that died on their way here. That terrifies me. So yeah, and then basically which gets me to my next topic is why long distance relationships are hard, because it's fucking horrible being so far away from the person that you love. I have been such an emotional person lately. I don't know okay, yeah, I know it's because I miss him, but it had never been this much, you know? And I think it's because we had never actually lived together. It was just we were boyfriend and girlfriend, but it was we actually lived together for a couple months, so that kind of made me really attached to him. And now I think I feel so sad all the time when I have to do things without him, or sometimes I want to go and tell him things, but it's no, you have to call him because you can't really go and see him, you know, without spending $500, $600 in airplane fee. So yeah, and I know some people said they wanted a Q&A with long distance, so I'm just gonna answer some of the questions you guys asked about long distance. And one of them was how do you guys make it work? So basically when you're in a long distance relationship, it's all about phone communicating, through the phone. You have to have a lot of trust in them to know, because people are always gonna have things to say, so it's you have to trust that the other person's not making you look stupid, or basically that they're not doing anything bad behind your back. And you have to learn to trust them, you know, because people are always gonna talk. So you have to think do I really think this person would do bad things to me, or would do things to hurt me? And we tried to video chat, but his phone broke. So at the moment he has one of those little the phones you have to click hella times to send a text. He has one of those until he gets it fixed. And that's kind of been harder, because we used to hablar por WhatsApp, which is this app for texting that a lot of people in Mexico have, because it's much cheaper. And now we can't really do that, and we can't send pictures or things what we're doing. So that's been harder lately. So I've been really chillona, and I'm always crying. But yeah, and I think, oh, somebody asked what's the thing, what's like the biggest lesson out of like long distance, I think it's like you learn to appreciate the person more, because when you actually get to spend time with them, it's like you're so happy to see them that it's like you're not really like focused on, like, you know, here, like sometimes if you see your boyfriend every day, you're like, oh, whatever. But like, no, when you're long distance and you get to see them, you're like, oh, like that's my lover, like that's what I wanted, like that's who I love, you know. You tend to appreciate people more. The time you spend with them, like it's much more special, because you know your time is limited. So we're hopefully, like, we're trying to make that like not be our case anymore, and being like, so that he can come here, and I'm hoping that that works out. And then it was like another thing, like what's one of the struggles? It's always like the chismes. Like people are always like, I know a couple family members that have like married people from like Mexico, and it's always like, oh, they're just with them for the papers or whatever. And that's always like annoying to hear, because it's like you don't know what we've been through. Like the things that me and July have been through, it's like things that I don't think anybody would go through if you didn't actually really love the person. And it's not like he's ever really told me like, oh, I want you to take me over there. Like the only reason why we're doing that is because I don't want to live in Mexico. But if it was like up to him, like he wanted to live in Mexico because his life is pretty much over there. But I don't know, I kind of convinced him that it was better if we lived over here. So that's what I've been doing. And what was the other question? It was like something about like, oh, it was about our marriage, like who's the messy one. And it depends, because okay, sometimes I would have the bote, the like the bin for the ropa sucia, and he would like put his dirty clothes like next to it. And I was like, excuse you, like the whole purpose of this bin is for you to put it. And he'd be like, okay, I'll put it later. And then that was it. And then I was messy, but when I would do my makeup, because when I would do my makeup, he would be hurrying me up, and then like I would just kind of leave things everywhere, because you know, like it's a lot of things that you put on your face. So that was like his pet peeve. That's like, ay, siempre dejas un tiradero con tus pinturas. And I'd be like, hey, it was your fault because you were like apurándome, so don't complain. So yeah, that's the other question. I can't remember any more questions, so if you guys want me to answer more questions, we can do that like in another video. But yeah, that's basically like the inside gossip as to why I left Mexico, why I had to leave him behind. So if you guys see me posting like sad shit, just know I'm going through it. I'm going through some July withdrawals. Withdrawals. I don't know, my English got kind of like rusty because I was in Mexico for so long and you only talk Spanish there. So yes, thank you guys for watching me. I'm gonna film another video, I think, after this, like a fun one, but I'm not sure yet what, so just kind of keep up with me. And thanks for all your support. And oh, thank you to the people that like sent me some like job openings. I had a couple job interviews, so we're seeing how that went and see if I get hired, because you know, your girl gotta work. But yeah, thank you guys for the support. Don't forget to subscribe. And yeah. Okay, bye.